Okay, so this is part 2 of the April 28th video. The first part was your reading challenge, and it's a cold reading. I want you to just follow the video that I did and that I read and see how many words you can pick up from just a cold reading. And then you can stop it and replay it as many times as you want to get comfortable with the words. And then if you need to translate it, that's fine. So that was part 1. This is part 2, and this should look very familiar. We are back on our vocabulary quadrants that we have used that first month. For this booklet, we are only doing these vocabulary quadrants every other week. So this is the 6th week. So this is your 6th week vocabulary quadrant, and you will have one in the 8th week, and that will be it. Okay, so the first word in your vocabulary quadrant is contract. The definition for contract is, it's a noun, first of all, and it's a legal written agreement between two people or two companies, etc. Or it could be an agreement when you get a job. You usually sign a contract. Okay, the sentence example that I gave for you was, the teachers went on strike because the school wouldn't agree to their contract. Okay, and I thought I would share some other examples of contracts that most people see at some point. So let me find it and then scroll up. So these might be some contracts that you will see in your lifetime or that you have already seen. The first one is a contract to buy a home. When you buy a home, or you have a mortgage, you sign the contract and you get the keys to the house and you get the title to the house. So that's a contract that you have seen or that you will see in your life. The next one is a marriage contract or a wedding contract when you get married. The next one is a rental contract. Now, some of you who are renting, usually you have to sign the lease, and a lease is a legal contract. It's a contract signed between you and your landlord. So it's a rental contract. And it tells you what the rules are, and it tells you what your rights are, and both you and the landlord sign them. So those are some other different types of examples of contract. Let me go to the next one. Kind of goes right along with contract in one sense. The word is legal. Legal, and it is an adjective, and it's the meaning or the definition of it is allowed, ordered, or approved by law. Basically, it is the law. If something is legal, it is within the law. The law says, yes, that is correct, that is legal, it's part of the law. And the example sentence I gave you for number 1 was, the legal drinking age in Kansas is 21. What also has changed just this year in Kansas? The legal smoking age used to be what? The legal smoking age in Kansas used to be 18. But just this year, the legal smoking age has also moved up to 21. So now I have some other examples of what it means, of what legal can mean, that we see every day in our everyday life. So let me scroll down to the next one. Okay, we've all seen this one, haven't we? The speed limit is 65. The legal speed limit on most Kansas highways is 65 miles per hour. And sometimes you see that miles per hour abbreviated just to mph, and that stands for miles per hour. Actually, that's the legal speed limit on Oklahoma highways and Texas highways. Now, Texas, actually, most of them, I think, if it's a highway, is actually 70. So, but we see that every day, right? And that is the legal speed limit in Kansas, unless it's posted otherwise. Okay? Just trying to be cute with these next ones. It is legal for you to go to a bank and withdraw money from your checking account or savings account. It is not legal to be a bank robber and to go into the night and steal money from the bank. That is not legal. Okay, the next one. It is legal. It is actually the law. You're supposed to wear your seatbelt if you're driving. That is a legal thing to do. It is not legal to text and drive. It is against the law. It is not legal. Okay. So, let me see. I thought maybe I put another legal. No, I didn't. Okay. All right, on page 40, your next vocabulary word is indicate. Indicate, and that's a verb. And the definition is to show that something exists or is likely to be true. Something exists or it's true. And the sentence I gave you, which is really true in the past, in class, I see how you guys respond to something. And if I see students frowning, I think it indicates they don't understand something. So if you're frowning right now, I can't tell. So, but anyway, that's an example of indicates. And I got a little video to show you part of this, of indicates. And it's a video of the wind in the trees today here at my house. It's just a short little video. And you're not going to be able to hear very much of it, but I thought it might. Okay. So the sentence that I would give to you from that video is, this video indicates there is a strong wind blowing today. And yes, indeed, that is something that is pretty true, at least here at my house. There is a strong wind blowing today. Okay. The next word is conduct, conduct, or conduct. Conduct, if you say something like her conduct was inappropriate, that would be a noun. But the way we're using it is a verb, and it's conduct, conduct. And it means to do something in an organized way to get information or prove facts. And the sentence I gave you is, when I conduct class, I try to keep the students active. All right, and I have some photos to show you to go along with as much active as we can be, right? Oh, shoot. I thought I had another. Okay, we're going back to indicate. So in this photo, one sign indicates that the road ahead is one way only. The other sign indicates that you are on Wall Street. So that was, I thought I had another indicate sentence. Okay, the next one is conduct. Okay, you see the conductor, and that's his official title, is conducting the orchestra, isn't he? He's got his hands out and he's leading them on how they should be playing their song. And then here is another closer picture of the conductor leading or conducting the orchestra. This is another type of conducting. These people are conducting a business meeting. And you could say, I can't tell if this is the boss or this is the boss. We'll say they're co-bosses. We'll say the two co-bosses conduct the business meeting. Okay. And this is slightly different. These are train conductors, and they conduct the running of the train. They make sure that the train runs well. Okay, so those are all examples of conducting something. And I thought that I would give you the family tree for the word conduct, because there were some good ones, good nouns, good adjectives, good adverbs, all of it. Okay, so the root word is conduct. And you should just be able to do this now by yourself. But if you know it's a verb, then you know that you will always be able to use conducts, like he conducts the orchestra, she conducts the orchestra. Or conducting, they are conducting the business meeting. Or conducted, they conducted their science experiment yesterday. So those are all verbs, right? Other family words for the root word conduct is conducive, and that's the adjective, conducive. And so if that's the adjective, then conducively is the adverb. And then I found two nouns. Conductor, like the train conductors that we just saw, or conduction. Like if you see a lot of commercials, which I watch a lot of commercials right now, those commercials for pots and pans where it conduction materials that makes it get hot very quickly, conduction. Okay, so those are the family words that you can use for the verb conduct. All right, the next vocabulary word is previous. Okay, and it's an adjective, and it means happening before a particular event or time. And so I thought I'd just use the calendar for this. Okay. The previous Wednesday was Earth Day. We had many little games and activities in our lessons the previous week. Okay? The 2 previous months was February. So previous just means basically something that has happened in the past before whatever's happening in the present right now. So today is Tuesday. I have to get back to my calendar. Today is Tuesday, April 28th. The previous day was Monday, April 27th. That was the previous day. It was the one that happened before. All right, and the example I gave you, the sentence that I gave you was, on my previous visit to the dentist, he found 2 cavities. Ah, shoot. Okay, the next word is constraint. Constraint. And it's a noun, and it means something that restricts what you are doing. I think I've got some pictures for that, so let me check it real quick fast. Yeah. So, first of all, I'm going to tell you that this is not a real picture of my garden. That is a beautiful looking garden, but it is not mine. But I thought it was a good looking picture. But the sentence, the example I gave you is, I worked in my garden all day, but nighttime darkness put a constraint on my work. Okay, you can't do stuff if you can't see it, right? So nighttime will put a constraint on anyone's gardening. Okay. All right. And this is another example. If I take off these glasses, I literally cannot see this board in my hand on the screen. So the example I gave you was, if I don't wear my glasses, there are constraints on what I can see. Okay, so constraint is just another way of saying it's a limit of some sort. All right, and the sentence that I gave you is, the coronavirus pandemic has placed many constraints on our daily living. And wow, I wrote this March 23rd. I wrote this before March 23rd, which is when, no, I'm lying to you, totally lying to you. So I wrote this like 3 weeks ago. So the constraints have become even more so, especially for liberal. So everybody still stay safe and healthy. All right, so the next on page 42 and 43, use those. Well, first of all, please write sentences 2 and 3 for each of your vocabulary sentences today. You're going to have quite a bit of work on Wednesday and Thursday, and so I don't want you to get behind. So today, you write your sentences 2 and 3, all right? And then take a picture of it, send it to me however you need to. And then the matching activities, you attach the exact definitions to the word. And then the next activities are fill in the blank activities. And that is it. Except for, is that right? Yeah, that's it. So please do your sentences 2 and 3 because you have quite a bit to do on Wednesday and Thursday. And I know that those reading challenge for today was a challenge, but you can do it. So I will see everyone tomorrow. Everyone have a good day. It's so nice out there. I am going to go work in my garden now because there are no darkness constraints right now. So I'm going to go work in my garden. Bye. See you tomorrow.